All right. So, as usual, we are starting the stream, and we can't begin without doing our favorite plugs. So, yeah, you are watching The Painter's Servant on the Grindstone. So, if you like to follow the different communities that I'm involved in, of course, we have the military communities, the altars community, and if you want to check out some of the other stuff that I'm involved in or want to look at my decks, feel free to scan the code as usual, and you can go check out some of that stuff. All right. Of course, I can't proceed without mentioning the Sublime MTG Altars page. If you're tuning into this particular stream, you're going to be able to see one of the recent altars that we just finished. We're going to do a highlight on that. My wife Michiko and her sister Kamiko paint some really expertly done altars. They can do pretty much anything you would like to be placed on an altar or a card of your choice, usually a commander, and make them awesome. So scan the QR code there, and you can get to our page, and you can see some of the stuff that they've done. And if you're familiar with Sublime MTG Altars, then you'll know that they specialize in primarily anime type altars, but they can do very highly detailed work. And so, again, if you're interested, go check that out. And then, last but not least, the Alliance of Military Magic players. Want to do a shout out to them as well. If you're in the military and want to just check out some of the stuff that we're doing, we cater to all kinds of active duty, retired, reserve, National Guard, all the folks that serve our nation around the globe and in the continental United States. We try to get folks to just play if it's on Spell Table or anywhere else. But you can check out our Discord on our Facebook page where we are primarily at. So scan that QR code. Okay, so today we have something special. In the Sublime MTG Altars page, I went ahead and threw up a big post. And so I just want to make sure that everyone's tracking. We're doing a few things, I think 4 things. First, we're going to go ahead and open a Commander bundle for Avatar The Last Airbender. And usually I have had some really shitty luck. So instead of opening some really crappy pulls, I do have my son here. He's going to help me open packs. But also before this, I ended up buying a few bundles. And my daughter, Mieka, she went ahead and selected the box that we're about to open. So hopefully we're going to be able to get some good pulls out of that. And then immediately after that, we're going to do collector booster box opening for Avatar The Last Airbender. And yeah, we're going to open that. And then third in the chute, we're going to go check out our recently done altar for Trouble in Pairs done by Michiko. So you get a chance to take a look at that and comment. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and just do a deck tech for Derevi, Empyrial Tactician. And yeah, we're going to see how that looks like. And yeah, my son Gio, you can say hi to the camera. The camera's right there, boy.
Hi.
And he's going to show off some of his really cool Lego toys that he put together. So we'll see how that turns out. And I think everyone's just going to have fun. Okay. And let's make sure everyone can see what's going on here. All right, we're going to proceed. And, okay, Gio, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to open packs. Put these away now, and then we'll let you open a few packs. Yay! And everyone's going to have fun. Okay, so we're going to come back to these later. Come back to this later, and we're going to start with this thing. And I think it's probably fine for us to play in the background some music, some Avatar music.
Yay.
And let that roll. Okay, I think this thing is populating. Okay, we're gonna open this bad boy up. And okay, watch out.
Wait, I want to open it.
Let's see. Use this
Perhaps
scissor here to open this thing up from the top. Seems pretty straightforward. Okay, I want to just do one thing. Okay, watch out. You might fall off the chair. Okay. You're blocking the camera, Gio. We're just opening this up and we're gonna show the contents of this box. Okay, so Avatar Commander Bundle. There's supposed to be some really cool things in this box. Let's put that down. And the actual art box is pretty cool. It's pretty shiny. Man, to be quite honest, I'm not really that big of an Avatar fan, but
I'm an Avatar fan.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do we have? It looks like we're in the video. Obviously, the cool tokens, the other things. Just gonna put that on the bottom for now, but we can't forget the special card and that's attached to it.
How about these?
And I'm just gonna face that down for now.
How about these?
Yeah, these are, looks like +1/+1 counters, the Planeswalker symbol, and I don't know what else is on this thing. I guess some special art stuff. I'm gonna put that down. Okay, so I made sure we set that aside because I think that's kind of important. Of course, we have the spin down counter, which is pretty dang awesome. Are you getting down? What are you doing?
I'm getting down.
Okay, watch out because of the
Cards?
thing. Are you done? What are you gonna do?
I just want to see this.
Yeah, we already looked at it. We already looked at it.
I think I would go.
Okay, you're gonna stay down there? Okay. So, cool spin down counter. We have a collector booster, and we'll set that aside because that's kind of fun. And we have these foil land packs. Well, let's look at the land packs first. I think it's just foil. I'm gonna let you open a pack, okay?
Okay. Okay, Papa.
Okay, these are just full art lands. I think one of each of the basics, and then some basic lands. That's cool. Okay.
Make sure.
And we're just gonna toss this down. Okay, I'm gonna open a pack with some scissors, and then you go ahead and you can show everyone else what you pulled.
This?
No, we're gonna do the packs first, but you could show that later.
Because I didn't.
Okay. And I think we're gonna do it like this. I don't know. I think it's usually the four cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to show the cards like this. Rocklanch, Hey Bay. You know, we'll just go straight to the rare at the back. See if there's anything good. Full art land, and we have a redirect lightning. That's okay. And you're gonna set that
Hey,
full aside.
I think the Duke can make lightning.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Okay, so that's one pack down. Here, why don't you open the next one? You could open it like this. Go ahead and open it. Everyone's looking. Everyone's looking. What do you want to do? Scissors? Okay, you have to cut it at the top, or you can pull this tab here. Look at the tab. Go ahead. Okay, pull the tab. Try not to bend the cards or anything. Let me see. Okay, now with this one, you open it from here. Look.
I like this one.
Yeah, you can open that. But why don't you finish opening this one first?
Yeah.
Go ahead, open it.
Fire.
Wait, are you in? Come on,
Scissors.
get closer.
Scissors.
Okay, get closer. Come. Yeah, right there. Bring your feet in. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So.
You can do the scissor. Okay, try not to cut the card. Okay, now go ahead, open it. Okay, let's see what you got. Copy. Wait, we want to show the camera.
Oh.
Okay, you just open it and then Papa will show it to the camera. Okay, prepare the next one. Go ahead. Use the scissor if you want to. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the last card. Oh, there's some really good cards in this set. Energy Bending, foil, and then Tiger Seal.
Tiger Seal?
I guess. Okay, that's fine. Next. Okay, you did that. You ready? Not that one. We'll do that at the very end. We're gonna do that at the very end. Do this one. Careful with the scissor, okay? Okay, guess we figured out. Yep, Boomy Unleashed. That's cool. Tally Acrobat. I know there's some other really cool cards in here. Okay, not yet.
Food?
The Legend of Yang Chen. Okay. Forget what pack that we're supposed to get the commander cards in. What did we get? Oh, this is the next one? Hold on.
Food was the first.
We opened that pack. Okay. Now we check it out. You want to prepare the next one? Be careful with the blade, okay? Make sure you don't cut the card. Wait, no. Cut it above the cards. Okay. Careful with the blade, remember? Momo Friendly Flyer.
Oh, I love Momo.
You know Momo?
Yeah, I love him too.
Okay. That's
he's
the next one?
He's like a flying monkey.
Okay, so if my daughter was good at choosing the boxes, then this is supposed to be a good box. Let's check it out. Oh, did we pass with this?
These ones are...
Okay, be careful with this, okay? And what did we get? Where's the rare? Foggy Swamp Visions. Okay, Foggy Swamp Visions.
Oh, I know that. I think I know.
Okay. And here we go. Next pack. Open to a Geo.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do 1, 2,
Ow.
3, 4.
Legs. Ah.
Okay. That's
I yawned
next pack.
3 times already.
Huh?
I yawned 3 times already.
Yeah, it's okay. That's what happens when we stream at a late time of the night. Okay, thank you. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Faded Firepower. And
Oh, I
Great
think
Divide Guide.
I think I know Faded Firepower.
Okay. Okay, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mayor Tong of Chin Village, Draneth Magistrate. Okay, that's cool.
I know that guy.
Anything else that's cool?
This
We
is,
have a Wartime Protesters and a Sozin's Comment.
this is the next.
Okay, let's see what else is out there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Avatar Kyoshi is at the back. Zuko redeemed.
Oh yeah, that's his name, Zuko. Zuko lost his fire.
You know Zuko?
Yeah.
How do you know Zuko?
Because I watched Avatar The Last
The
Day.
Legend of Kyoshi. Okay. Now on to the booster pack.
Oh,
Okay, be careful. We're gonna open the booster pack
I
now.
like this one because
Be very careful. Be very careful.
because there's fire.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, pull it out. So we have the collector booster.
There's another alley. There's a second alley.
Ally? Yeah.
Yeah, alley.
Okay, Sokka.
Sokka. I don't really like that guy.
Clone Legion. The Fire Nation Drill. Crystalline Armor. Ran and Shaw.
Ooh. Ooh. Huh? Wait, which ones are the good ones and the bad ones?
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. Okay, well, nothing crazy good in that collector box or collector pack.
This
Let's see.
collector pack is so cool.
Yeah, the pack is so cool, right?
Like, water and fire.
Accumulate
Wait, where's-
Wisdom. I guess that's a good card. A lot of people are wanting
Water
to
and fire
use.
and rock. I mean earth. That's almost. Where's the air?
Okay.
And air.
All right, and now we open this pack. I guess it's the cool. Go ahead. You want to cut it? Cut it at the top. Wait, no, just cut it at the top for public. No, with that. Okay. Okay, be very careful. Okay, good. Now we're gonna open it. See what's in there. Arcane Signet. Soul Ring. Swiftfoot Boots. Mystical Tutor and Gamble. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Gamble.
Would have been really cool to get a Fierce Guardianship at least.
What's a fierce guardianship?
But this will do. These are cool cards. Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, Swiftfoot Boots, Mystical Tutor, and Gamble.
Who's
Awesome.
Gamble?
Okay, that was the Avatar Commander bundle. We're gonna put that away. Some really cool cards.
Can you show
So you're guaranteed really cool cards that look like this, that are Commander type cards. All right, moving that over, putting it back in the box,
Can you?
and we'll sort through that later. Now we're gonna go open the collector booster box.
Another one?
Yeah,
There's another one?
yeah. You want to show off your toys,
Yeah.
your
Can you
Legos?
Can you hold it? Can you?
Okay, so what's the first toy you want to show? It's a whale, or what do they call that? Mosasaur?
Yeah. Oh, I need help. A bit closer. Can move.
Okay, so what is that?
Smosasaurus.
Okay, is there anything cool about it?
It can move.
Can you find those kinds of monsters in the Avatar space? No? It's okay. Alright, we're gonna open up the actual next box.
Wait,
You're gonna talk about your wolf? What about your wolf?
So it can move like this, and 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 it can move this, and this,
Okay,
and this.
that's it. We're gonna start opening packs again. Alright. So, wait, hold on. We're gonna count how many is in here. Collect your booster box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
12.
12, you sure?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 2 is 12. I'm gonna open these up.
2,
Go ahead.
6.
Go ahead and open them. Okay, first booster pack. Okay, let's check it out. Foggy Swamp Visions.
Is that good?
Taunting Challenge.
Taunting challenge?
Sokka Swordmaster. Fire Nation Salvagers. Diligent Zookeeper. And everything else is a cool foil. It's fine. Uncommons? Commons. Yep, those are all commons and uncommons.
Oh.
Okay. Let's put that down. We have Katara the Fearless,
I know.
Agent of Treachery, Tai Li Chi Blocker, Bison Whistle, Day of Black Sun. This is actually a pretty cool card. And all the other stuff, the chaff right behind it. Okay. Elemental Teachings. Release the Memory. Hey Bye, Forest Guardian. Jet, Rebel Leader. Earth King's Lieutenant. And that's it. Everything else is chaff or so. Okay.
Right here.
Oh, from there? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, is this the next one?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the next one. Now do that.
Iroh, Tea-Master, Three Dreams, Aang at the Crossroads, Overwhelming Victory, Toph, the first metal bender. I think I might end up building that deck. Seems like a pretty sweet deck. Explorer, can't go wrong with an Explorer. And everything else. Let's see, make sure all the packs that are open or empty. Maybe we're gonna do this one next.
And then this one.
Yeah. Okay, the Great Henge. Finally a really good card.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Huh.
Crystalline Armor, Avatar Destiny. Okay, Great Henge. Hopefully that's gonna start making up for the box. Okay.
Love it.
Just be careful. Be careful. Let me see it. Let me see it. Go down. Make sure you don't. Make sure you don't damage some of those cards. Fervor. Uncle's Musings. White Lotus Tile. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Wait, give me that one. Wait, there's another card down there. Okay, I think note to self, we're gonna have to do really a lot better with the way these pack openings happen with Geo.
Okay.
Go down there and then check, get all the packs, the loose packs. Get all the loose packs and then set them to the side. Unlucky cabbage merchant.
Can I just throw them away?
If they're empty, you can throw them away, yeah. Are they empty? You checked, right? Raven Eagle. They're empty, right? Okay, good. Avatar Destiny. Scout's Warning, Chakra, Azula, Yue, the Moon Spirit. Actually, that's a really good card. Everything else.
What does the tree do?
It does some really cool things. Okay, are you gonna open the next pack?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, good. Okay. Airbender Ascension, Shattering Spree, Aang and Katara, Fire Nation Archers, Beifong Bounty Hunters. I don't know. Did I make my money back? I don't know. $400 for a collector booster box. And Shaw. Visions of Beyond. Okay, after you open these last 3 packs, then Papa's gonna finish. But I think you need to go shower, okay?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Don't, just, as soon as you're done, okay, open these last 2. And then you can go. But be careful with the wire, okay?
Okay.
Abandoned Air Temple, Fabled Passage, Appa, the Vigilant, Master's Guidance, Wan Shi Tong, okay. Foil. And one more pack. Off the Face Stealer. Mechanic Torrent. Okay, you're going? Go shower. Thank you. Avatar Kyoshi. Earthbender, Aang at the Crossroads, Swamp, Crashing Wave. I don't know, I probably should be more excited about all this, but I'm just waiting to figure out if I've made money on the box. I'll figure that out later, I suppose. Last pack, let's see what happens. Anything good? Legend of Yang Chen. Elemental Bond, Toph, Hard-Headed Teacher, Fiery Confluence, another Toph. And yeah, I guess that's it. I don't think I made money back on my box, but that's all good. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. Or maybe it was a little too clunky because of what of my son being on the stream. That's fine. That is totally fine. Okay, so I think we're just gonna set that aside. And before we do the deck tech on Derevi, go ahead and show the altar that was done by Michiko. So recently we've been kind of on this trend of doing Final Fantasy altars, and this is the next iteration. I think Trouble in Paris is a really great card, and so we found this reference art. It's amazing. It's done by a gentleman by the name of Miura Jim Neko. The art, I think, is awesome. There's a lot of detail, and Michiko went ahead and hand painted everything about that reference onto this card. So a very quick look as to what that looks like. We have Tifa riding on a motorcycle that is driven by Cloud, and you probably notice that it has kind of a DragonBallZ kind of look about it. That's correct. It's a DBZ slash Final Fantasy VII crossover, so if you could look at all the details in that, I mean, there's a lot of work that went into this altar. I think it's amazing, you know, down to the threads and the tire, the license plate, 7th Heaven, and of course all the other nitty-gritty details that are in each of their clothing and the rest of the motorcycle. I think it's awesome. So just so everyone knows, this particular altar is on sale on our page. Just shoot us a PM and we'll try to communicate with you as quickly as possible. But this is available and ready to go to the next customer. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw that into a magnetic card holder so we can get that in the mail, along with any other altars that might be pushed out on shipments in the next 2 weeks, hopefully before Christmas. What's up? Can what?
Can I shower?
Yeah, go shower.
In your bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so this is ready for shipment. Whoever the lucky buyer is, I'm really jealous because when Michiko or Kamiko do an amazing altar, sometimes they're just really hard to let go of. And I'm struggling right now to put this gosh darn thing in. Let's do it in like this. And then the magnet, we'll put it in and secure it. All of our altars are hand painted. So if you question the validity of what we do, I would not, because the detail in this is amazing, but it requires a steady hand and a personal touch with loving care. So there's that. I think it's a great altar. I'm gonna put that away now, so we could talk about Derevi Empyrial Tactician. Okay, and how are we gonna get there? Okay, so Derevi Empyrial Tactician, I think generally speaking, a lot of folks, when they want to play this deck, they have to decide if it's going to be staxxy or something else. I decided, excuse me, I decided to build this deck with a staxxy kind of flavor, but that is not mandatory. What the deck has is 5 planeswalkers, 30 creatures, including the commander, 6 sorceries, 8 instants, 12 artifacts, 9 enchantments, and for my deck list, I have 30 lands. Turns out, with this deck, the way it's built, even though there's not that many lands, it actually packs a punch, and it's very easy for me to essentially play out a lot of spells with a lot of mana, despite there only being 30 lands. I would consider this a bracket 4 deck. Bracket 4 deck. So, I already showed you the deck list. If you want to take a look at that, I'll throw it in the stream as a link. Then we'll see the actual cards one by one. in a moment. All right, so I think what a lot of people really like to see is, what these cards actually look like. So if you follow my streams or if you see some of my deck lists, you might wonder if all the cards are all there. Have I optimized my decks? Basically, the mana base is shared between similar colored decks, and I maintain multiple copies within those decks without having to change them out and then proxy them. Anyway, so Derevi Empyrial Tactician, it has flying. When it enters whenever a creature I control does combat damage to a player, you may tap or untap target permanent, and you can pay 1 colorless and green, white, blue to put Derevi onto the battlefield from the command zone. So that particular activation from the command zone, you can do it immediately without paying extra casting costs every time you play it from the command zone. So it'll bypass the 2, 4, 6, 8 colors and beyond if you decide to play it that way. As I mentioned before, that's at the initial discussion of the deck, this particular commander is generally played with staxxy effects. I did some of that, but that's not the main thing here. So we have our Planeswalker. There's 5 of them, as I mentioned. Tezzeret the Seeker. I think what you'll end up seeing also is like there's some sort of a theme where I get to untap stuff. So if on the other side my opponents have tapped down permanents, I get to untap things using Planeswalker's loyalty abilities. Right out the gate, I don't put Stasis in the deck because I think it's royally annoying. But if I wanted to, I don't think it would be that bad if folks decided that's what they want to do. So Tezzeret, the other real great thing about the card is I get minus X, usually minus 3, to get an artifact that I need that would be beneficial to the gameplay. Garruk Wildspeaker. Mainly, I use him to activate his first ability. And this particular ability would untap 2 target lands. But if I get a little anxious and I have a lot of activations ready, then I might have Garruk do the -4 to give creatures I control +3/+3 and trample until end of turn. To vary, another great Planeswalker gets to untap stuff. Oko for utility and value, to turn really annoying creatures into elk. Tameo to tap down creatures, but then if I can get up to 8 loyalty, I can -7 and basically play or have an emblem that allows me to play cards like Omniscience. Okay. After that, I have Stoneforge Mystic, tutor for special equipment that I need for Derevi. And just moving forward, the creature package, just showing you some of the things that I like to use. So Stoneforge to search out artifact equipments, and then Academy Rector to search out Omniscience, which is pretty awesome. Seaborn Muse is a absolute beast in the deck. When your opponents have permanents that are tapped, you can untap during their untap phases your permanents. Staxxy Hokori, Dustdrinker for lands, so kind of like a Winter Orb effect. Grand Arbiter Augustin IV for the staxing of your opponent's spells, and then the reduction of your spells, white or blue, by 1 less each. The great thing about Grand Arbiter Augustin is if you have a white-blue card it'll actually cost 2 less to play. A little bit more of the staxxy type thing, but Wandering Archaic is pretty neat because it will be able to copy opponents' spells unless they pay 2. So yeah, there's effects like this that you'll see in the deck that force opponents to pay some amount of mana, and if they don't, then you get some effect that's always going to be a bonus. The next wave of creatures are your mana dorks. So Faber Elder is great, but I want to show you coming up not Birds of Paradise, but Bloom Tender. So one really awesome thing about Bloom Tender is if you tap it for mana, let's say you're playing Derevi on turn 3. So at ETBs, Bloom Tender is in. You have 3 mana. You could tap it in response to the ETB to generate 3 mana. So you're green, white, and blue. Then you can untap it for the Derevi effect here, and then you can tap it again for another green, white, blue, and that'll net you 6 total mana on turn 3. So that's what I really like about Bloom Tender is you could play a large spell for 6 on turn 3. Birds of Paradise, pretty standard. Noble Hierarch, also pretty standard for your mana dork and your green, white, blue Bant colors. Then we move on to kind of the cards, the creatures that have great utility or have great removal. So your Mystic Snake to counter spells, your Urtide to counter spells, Reclamation Sage to destroy artifacts or enchantments. Deadeye Navigator is great. Basically a combo piece. There's one card that you can combo out relatively easily with this, and that card is Palinchron. So what you'll probably notice also is the cards in this deck are somewhat part of the 2013, 2014 time frame where you could generate infinite mana. So Deadeye Navigator was part of that. And this is the card that I mentioned that if you bounce, if you flicker it with the Soul Bond of Deadeye Navigator, you'll generate infinite mana. So you flicker your Palinchron. When it enters the battlefield, you get to untap 7 lands, and your colorless and blue, you'll keep doing that in order to generate infinite mana. If that doesn't quite work out, you could always use Empyrial the Blessed by paying 3 instead. You can exile Palinchron, he comes back in, does the same thing Deadeye Navigator does. I do want to point out that there are some cards in the deck that have activations, and there's going to be a Training Grounds that I put in here. And a quick shout out to a friend and client of ours of Sublime MTG Altars. He used this card, MEL and Training Grounds, in his Derevi deck, and I thought that was amazing. And I decided to basically copy and paste those 2 cards into the deck and made that worthwhile. The next series of cards are kind of your recursion or your ability to bring things back from the graveyard. Snapcaster Mage for your instants or sorceries. Eternal Witness for any card else. Sun Titan to bring back those 3-drop creatures that die back to play, and Karmic Guide also for that. And another thing you could do is a lot of these cards have ETBs. So if your Deadeye Navigator is active and you're done generating infinite mana, you could always change pairing it with another creature that has an ETB effect like these other ones, and then you'll generate essentially all of the good things and bring back cards that you need to make that really fun, at least on your side. Brago is awesome. A lot of cards that you end up tapping that probably won't be able to get untapped, and if they have ETBs like these other great cards noted here, You can always deal combat damage with Brago. The great thing about him is he has flying, so he'll probably connect more than half the time, and then you can bring back in or flicker those permanents or creatures back in to generate huge value. And these are some of the other things here. I think a combination of either draw ETBs, things you could take advantage of with Brago as well. Wall of Blossoms to draw, Esper Sentinel to draw, Wall of Omens to draw, Aether Channeler, and then Consecrated Sphinx is great, of course. Win Condition, Laboratory Maniac. Usually if I don't win through combat damage, I just win through Lab Maniac. I don't play Thassa's Oracle, because I play that and like 4 other decks, and I want to provide some variety there. More Recursion. Supreme Verdict, it's your version of Wrath of God, but I think better because it can't be countered. Now to some other draw effects and some other great things for sorceries. Time Spiral, because you get to untap lands. Also a really cool reserve list card. The only unfortunate thing about that card is you have to remove it from the game. Old School Brain Geyser from Revised, Wargate, Green Sun Zenith. These particular cards are probably searching out your Seaborn Muse. Or it could be something else, but usually I go for Seaborn Muse. Wargate puts out any permanent with X or less with the band cost in there. Band Charm just for flavor. Mana Drain for some of your counter magic, but you get some colorless after or during your next main phase. Swan Song is always great. Counterspell, more draw, more removal through Source of Plowshares, pretty standard for inclusion in a white X deck. Cyclonic Rift, I think that's enough said. By the time you play Cyclonic Rift, you know, it's probably not really necessary, but if you do end up playing it, it's probably just going to end up winning you the game anyway. Capsize. So Capsize is one of those cards that I've always really liked because back when I was playing Kitchen Table, I did variations of land destruction. I don't really do land destruction anymore, but with Capsize, instead of playing cards like Thermal Karst or Rain of Tears or whatever, and you do play blue, you could play a Boomerang or Capsize to bounce people's lands. It does return target permanent, so if you do generate infinite mana, you could just always buy back the card, so it'll never go to the graveyard, it'll just stay in your hand. Our typical Artifact Mana Rocks package, Soul Ring, Gilded Lotus, Mana Vault. So just one thing I want to mention about these two cards is they generate 3 mana. So if you have the ability through Derevi to untap these artifacts, it's great because they'll generate 3 mana each time. This one is at mana of any color, and then your 3 colors from the Mana Vault. Great card that I put in this again is because it's kind of an untapped deck theme of this particular build. So I have a lot of lands that tap for more than 1 mana. So when you tap Candelabra of Tawnos, you get to untap those different lands. Keep note that the type of artifact is a mono artifact. So back in the old days, when you tapped Candelabra of Tawnos, if it was a mono artifact, then it would actually tap it. And you won't be able to pay X again to untap other lands. So it's not like it just goes infinite on its own. That would just be an extremely powerful card that would just not make any sense. But it's a reserve list card. It's pretty freaking awesome, and I played this card in one other deck. So yeah, untap that deck. I think Candelabra is awesome. And the One Ring, of course, pretty great. The really cool thing I like about the One Ring is when you're attacking with your creatures, Derevi and the other ones that you do decide to go in and they connect, you'll be able to untap the One Ring, respond to those triggers, untap it, tap it, untap it, tap it, untap it, tap it. You could generally get about, if you had about 2 or 3 other creatures, you can put probably that many burn encounters on it. It's pretty amazing. Staxxy stuff with Static Orb. Mana Web is pretty awesome as well. So Mana Web, if I understand correctly, this is also a reservist card. It's not that expensive, but when it hits the battlefield and you have a card like what is that one card? Hokori Dustdrinker, it'll lock out your opponents pretty bad. Cloudstone Curio, I think this is a great card. So one card that it pairs really well with is a card called Alarin, and you're going to see that shortly. But your Derevi plus Cloudstone Curio plus Alarin and like all these other 3-drop or less type creatures with ETBs generates a shit ton of value, and that's great. Birthing Pod to search out from Derevi, usually a Hokori Dustdrinker. But if I have other cards that I need, I'll play them. I mentioned artifacts that I feel are important in the deck. I only really need 3. So I can search them out with Tezzeret, or I could search them out with Stoneforge Mystic and have a blast, and then connect with the Derevi. Usually that nets some really great value, especially if you need to untap your lands, draw cards, or you need double strike and an extra combat where you can take full advantage of all those tapping and untapping shenanigans. Some more staxy stuff, but removal at the same time. Aura of Silence is great. Artifacts and enchantment spells your opponent's cost cost 2 more to play. And with staxy type things, you can't forget about Smothering Tithe, especially for mana, draw power with Realistic Study, and then I mentioned Alarin earlier to basically play out all the cards that you want with ETBs that have 3-drop or less. And you can do that for Flash. The only or the downside of this card is that every other player can actually use that ability as well to bring in at instant speed a 3-mana creature card or less. Survival of the Fittest for your searching out of the critical creature cards that you need. Equilibrium to bounce creatures, or shards to kill enchantments or artifacts. And then I have here Training Grounds. So you're probably wondering if this Training Grounds is actually going to net you any sort of real value. Especially if the deck doesn't have that many creatures with activated abilities. I think there's maybe about 4 or 5 that actually have activated abilities. But the key thing here, I think, is playing this with Emiel and having her ability activate only for 1 mana. Omniscience, which can be searched out by your Academy Rector, or you could just play it for your normal casting costs. Usually with the right mana dorks, you can play Omniscience probably as early as turn 5, and then just play out most of your deck. I want to very briskly go through the lands and really just to show them off. But I really like the foil lands from Dominaria. So we have your Plains, Island, and Forest. Brings me back to some of the cards back in Urza Saga. Seaside Citadel, Command Tower, City of Brass, Reflecting Pool. Those are your any colored type cards. And then the very, very cool and very sweet dual lands, your Tropical Island, your Tundra, and your Savannah. And then your similar type dual lands, but we call them shock lands. Temple Garden, Hallowed Fountain, and Breeding Pool. And then if you need more mana fixing that you can filter out, we have the filter lands, Flooded Grove, Wooded Bastion, and Mystic Gate. And let's see, moving forward, we have some really cool bond lands. So they're basically the best, absolute best lands that you could play to fix your colors in all commander decks. You want to pick those up because very you know, if you're already winning the game at an early stage, or want to get there, you'll have great mana fixing because your opponents are not yet dead, and you probably have 2 or more of them. Horizon Canopy, Waterlogged Grove for your ability to draw if you don't need the mana anymore. And then I mentioned previously that there are cards in the deck that untap lands, and you want to take the most or get the most advantage out of the ones that tap for a lot of mana. So Gaze Cradle is a natural must. Lotus Field, because it generates 3 mana, and then Lotus Veil. And then your style of fetches. I decided, in addition to the 3 banned colors, to throw in an extra fetch land with Marsh Flats, which is fine. Reliquary Tower for the utility, because you'll have a lot of cards in your hand, and you don't want to discard to hand size usually. And then Alchemist Refuge for your ability to cast non-land cards as though they had flash. So that's my deck, my Derevi deck. I hope you enjoyed that, and hope you enjoyed my explanations of some of the cards and why they matter. With that, I'll go ahead and end right there and do a quick recap. So previously in the stream, right before this, we talked about the highlighted altar, Trouble in Pairs, with a DBZ/FF7 flavor about it. So it's a really cool altar. It is still available, so if you're interested in picking that up, please shoot us a PM. And we went through a collector booster box, and I'm probably going to give my daughter shit because I don't know if I made my money back. I think there's some really cool hits. We got a Wan Shi Tong. That's fine. I think the next one after that was probably pretty good. Is this Avatar Kyoshi extended art. Later on, I'm probably going to have to bite my tongue because I'm not exactly sure if I did make my money back. Who knows? $400 down the drain. I don't know. Beyond that, I think there's some really cool cards. I like this card just to begin with. UA the Moon Spirit. I guess Unlucky Cabbage Merchant is probably another very good card. I haven't really decided to play with that just yet. White Lotus Tiles, pretty cool. And then we did hit the Great Henge, so I thought that was great. Toph, the first Metal Bender. That might be the next Naya deck that I build, who knows. 3 Dreams, okay, yeah. I think everything else is alright. But we'll see and check back with actual value later. It's all good. Okay, so I don't want to damage those cards. I'm just going to put them away very quickly. And then the next thing we did was talk about the Commander bundle. Right? Really cool. And I just want to show a few highlights, I think, from the Commander cards. So one thing about the Commander cards, just so you know, I think there's a lot of people that were opening their packs and they're like, "Where's my stuff at?" If you didn't look properly inside the Commander bundle box, basically it was in a small little plastic wrapping and it was stuck to the inside of the box. So if you threw away the box, I'm sorry, because you lost out. But if you are still opening your boxes, make sure you don't just throw away the box, and you can go into that. Oh, hey Hutch, I see you on the stream now. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah. And I made some tweaks to the Derevi deck. Probably since the first time you've seen it, but I think Derevi's awesome. I don't play it as often as I would like, though. Yeah. But yeah, everything's all good. We're gonna go ahead and finish out the stream and just say thanks to everyone that were able to make it. There's some really cool things out there. And don't forget to check out Sublime MTG Altars or the Alliance of Military Magic Players. You can find those particular things directly from my QR code, or if you're paying attention at the beginning of the stream, you saw the QR codes during the plugs. So with that, I think we can call it good. And just want to say thanks everyone again. It is Sunday night over here in New Mexico, and have a good one. Peace out, everyone. Thanks.